He looked into her radiant eyes glowing like twin stars in the dim chamber, where the cosmic winds whispered through the translucent walls of her world. His heart raced as he finally spoke the words he had carried for years, his voice trembling with the weight of countless moments unspoken. "I have loved you since the first moment I saw you," he declared, expecting joy or surprise, or even confusion, but instead her expression remained unreadable. She stepped closer, her shimmering form shifting subtly with the energy around her. He waited for her words, for any sign that she understood the depth of what he had just revealed, but her silence stretched between them like the vast emptiness of space. His thoughts spun wildly. Had he misread her? Had he overestimated their bond? Had he spoken too soon or too late? Finally she raised a hand, touching his face with an almost imperceptible gentleness, her skin cool and smooth like polished crystal. Yet beneath that surface he sensed something else, something ancient and unfathomable. He felt her presence not just physically, but within his very mind, emotions, unspoken memories, unseen layers of thought and sensation intertwining with his own. "You do not understand," she said, or at least he thought she did, for the words were not spoken, yet they resonated through him in waves of meaning. "I exist beyond what you perceive. I do not feel as you do. I do not love as you understand love." A hollow ache spread through him, but he refused to accept defeat. "Love is not just emotion, it is connection, it is choice," he whispered, knowing she could hear the pulse of his thoughts as clearly as his voice. "I have chosen you." Her luminous gaze softened, or at least he imagined it did, for her form was beyond human expressions, beyond mortal interpretations. Perhaps there was no true equivalent of love in her existence, yet something in her presence shifted a ripple through the unseen energy between them. "Then you must understand," she continued, "if you choose me, you will become something else. You will leave behind the man you are, the life you have known, the place you call home. This path is irreversible." His breath caught, though he had prepared for the unknown. He had not expected this. His love was strong, but was it enough to relinquish everything to step into a reality where he would no longer be what he had always been? Time stretched unbroken around them, the stars outside burning in their eternal dance, waiting for his answer. He closed his eyes for a moment, feeling the weight of the choice before him. Every breath he had taken, every memory he had made, every dream he had chased, all tied to the world he would leave behind. Yet the pull toward her was undeniable, a force greater than the gravity that bound planets to their orbits. He opened his eyes and met hers, unwavering. "I will go with you." A pulse of energy surged through the chamber, the very walls seeming to shimmer in response. Her form shifted again, fluid like the currents of a cosmic tide. She reached for his hands, and as their fingers met, a sensation unlike anything he had ever known coursed through him. Not pain, not pleasure, but a transcendence beyond the limits of human experience. The space around them began to dissolve, the chamber fading into streaks of light and shadow, the laws of reality unraveling as he felt himself pulled through dimensions, his body shedding its mortal constraints, his mind expanding, his senses stretching beyond the confines of flesh and thought. He saw stars being born and dying in an instant. He heard the silent symphony of the cosmos. He felt the fabric of existence weave around him, and in the center of it all she was there, guiding him through the threshold. "You are no longer what you were." Her voice resonated within him. He understood without words, without the need for language. The transformation was complete. He was no longer bound to the earth, to the past, to the frailties of human limitation. He was something more, something infinite. And as they drifted together through the endless expanse, he knew that love was not a feeling, not a fleeting emotion, but a force, a power that could break the barriers of reality and reshape the universe itself. They moved as one, their essences entwining beyond space, beyond time, across nebulas that whispered of long-forgotten civilizations, through constellations that pulsed with the echoes of dying worlds. He felt her guiding him deeper into the mysteries of existence, unlocking the secrets that had eluded mankind since the dawn of time. Eternity stretched before them, the vast unknown no longer a source of fear, but a promise, an unending odyssey through the infinite tapestry of creation. Yet within this transcendence a question lingered. Would he remember who he had been? Would the echoes of his former self fade until even the idea of love as he had once known it ceased to exist? She turned to him, her form shifting with the cosmic tide. You will always be, you will never be as you were, she said, her voice a melody, woven from the vibrations of the universe, and he understood at last love was not the destination, but the journey of force that did not bind but liberated, not a cage, but the wings that allowed him to soar beyond the horizon of understanding. Together they vanished into the void, not lost, but found, not forgotten, but eternal, their story. Written in the fabric of the cosmos, a tale sung by the stars, a legend whispered in the silent language of the universe forever and always. But eternity was not still, for even among the stars, change was inevitable. They traveled across galaxies, through dimensions unknown to mortal understanding, and as they moved they evolved. He no longer thought as he once had, no longer saw the universe as he once did. He and she were no longer separate, but an amalgamation of energy, thought, and purpose, a force of creation and destruction, shaping the very fabric of time itself. They became myths spoken of in the ripples of collapsing stars, whispered in the hum of black holes, their presence felt in the formation of new worlds. They were the architects of fate, unseen, but omnipresent, weaving the strands of existence into an ever-expanding tapestry beyond the reach of mortals, beyond the grasp of gods. But somewhere deep within the essence he had become, he held onto something, a fragment of memory, a whisper of humanity, a name lost to time, but never forgotten, and in the vast infinity, he still knew what it meant to love.